and field, and then the permutation combination. So let me give you the introduction to algebraic system. Again, algebraic systems are used anywhere where, anywhere the given problem statement or given system is to be represented mathematically. Okay, so algebraic system is basically works on this NZQR sets, mostly on these sets, and mostly on Z and N. Okay, and here in algebraic system we have a set and an operation to be performed on the elements of that set. So here we will be working on this pair. Okay, so this operations can be any operation. It can be simple addition operation. It can be simple multiplication operation, and these operations can be given in the form of equations also. So if I say n comma triangle, that triangle can be uh, expressed by a plus b minus 2ab. So this is your operation where you have to prove some properties, and based on that you would be concluding whether it is a group, it is monoid, it is a subgroup or something like that. So this algebraic system are nothing but a pair of a set and operation given along with that one is called as algebraic system. Okay. Now, as I have told you that it would be binary operation. It means there would be two operands. Am I right? And one operator. So firstly, in case of groups, we would be working on a pair, and after that, it is not restricted to one operation. There can be multiple operations, more than two, more than one. So that is nothing but rings and integral domain and field. Okay, so that will be discussing after the group part. So this is algebraic system. Now, if I want to give you some application of this algebraic system, then suppose there is a set of students of SY division C, comma, some triangle is given. Okay, and that triangle represent task given to the students to perform or to solve examples given in the class. Okay, so this combinedly can be called as a group or algebraic system, provided what properties that set and the operation are satisfying. Okay, I'll be explaining you what properties are there. So this can be kind of algebraic system. Another algebraic system can be, or a group can be, a set of employees, comma, uh, they have to conduct lectures, they have to perform some administrative work. This is kind of a group uh, by dictionary meaning it is combined together. Okay, a set and an operation. So this is algebraic system. Is there any doubt what is algebraic system? A set and an operation, that's it. And that operation can be more than one operation. So for an employee or for a student, set of students, we can have n number of operations. Students do study, students do take part in different activities. Mm, they do internships, they work on projects. There are n number of tasks. So you can just separate them by commas. Okay. So is there any doubt what is algebraic system? Okay, I'll assume you don't have any doubt. So these are the properties. Okay. So these four properties, two properties you are familiar with, but not the identity and inverse. So let's come to commutative property. So let star be a operation on set A, and the operation star is said to be commutative if A A star B is equal to B star A for all AB in capital A. So this commutative property should be satisfied by all elements of capital A. Okay, it should not be like that few elements are satisfying this property. It should be satisfied by all elements of A. Okay, associative, then this associative law should be satisfied by all ABC in A. Okay, not by few elements. All should be satisfying this property. Then identity. Okay. Now, this property is to identify, you must be knowing what is identity element. So, any element of A operated with an identity element will always give you result as that element and not of the identity element. Okay. So, A star with E, star is some operation and E is our identity element. So if you operate this E with A with some operation star, then you get result as A. Okay, and this, it means this E is not affecting this A, the value of A. The result what we are getting is A. So such element, and for every operation you will have only one identity element. That is very important thing. In case you are getting two identity elements, it means it is not an algebraic system. Okay, so you have to check for this one whether you are getting a single unique identity element for given operation. And this identity element should work for all A belongs to capital A. So it is not like that it is working on 1, 2, 3 and it is not working for 4, 5, 6. It should work on all elements of A. Now inverse. Inverse is inverse of this identity. So this A star B is equal to B star A is giving us E. So there are two elements which are operated on this or which are performing this operation, and the result is identity element. So irrespective of their order, we are getting the result as an identity element. This is called as inverse. So here I would say A is inverse of B and B is inverse of A. Okay, and here inverses will differ. So A और B तो एक दूसरे के inverses है, but C and D might have C and D will be inverses of each other. Okay, it should not be like that C is inverse of A or D is inverse of B. It is not like that. So inverses will be dependent on each other. So these two values will depend on each other, whether operating them together giving us this identity element or not. Okay, is there any doubt in these properties? These are very simple properties, just this inverse and identity are little bit confused. Yeah, please do ask questions. No, because this is not easy. Okay, fine. So let's see one example. Suppose there is addition and multiplication, two operations are there on n, capital N. Now here I am including 0 also. So here commutative property, how it can be proved. Now I will take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 as my set, and I am performing this addition operation for commutative property. So I have picked any two elements and I have performed commutative law on that one. So here 1 plus 2 is equal to 2 plus 1 is giving us 3. Okay, it means it is satisfying the commutative property. Am I right? Good, just a minute. Similarly, this property can be satisfied by multiplication. So 1 into 2 is equal to 2 into 1 is giving us 2. So this is commutative property satisfied by plus and multiplication. So there is no what we say, extra efforts you have to take to prove that addition and multiplication are commutative and associative. You already know that thing. What if this addition and multiplication is not there and some a plus b minus 2ab operation is given? That time it becomes difficult to prove whether it is commutative or associative. But we will be discussing those type of examples also. But just to give you an introduction how this commutative property can be proved for a given operation for a given set. Okay. Now for associative, again I have picked any three elements and I have performed operation. So this is associative of addition and it is giving me same answer irrespective of the associativity of these brackets. Okay. Then same is proved for multiplication. 1 into 2 into 4 is equal to 1 into 2 into 4 is nothing but 8. Okay. Now identity. So 0, when you operate with any number in case of addition, then we always get that number as a result. So 0 is the identity element of addition. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if I operate this one with any element in case of multiplication, then I get that particular number. So 1 is the identity of multiplication. So for addition and multiplication, these are the standard elements that you should get. But still, for a given operation, you have to check whether you're getting 0 as an identity for all elements and 1 as an identity for all elements if addition and multiplication is given. Okay. Now inverse. In case of addition, 1 plus minus 1 is giving us 0 and 2 into 1 by 2 is giving us 1. So in case of addition, minus a is nothing but your inverse. Okay. And 1 by a is nothing but inverse for multiplication. This is called as additive inverse and this is called as multiplicative inverse. Okay. And I forgot to tell you that these inverses can be represented by a raised to minus 1, a raised to minus 1. I don't know if it is possible here or so a raised to minus 1, it is just a notation. Okay, it is not equal to 1 by a. It is the notation for inverse element. Are you getting this? It is the notation for inverse element and it is not equal to 1 by a. So if there is a question to find a inverse, a raised to minus 1, it means you have to find the inverse of that element. Okay, so don't get confused in that one. Just for groups and rings, this a raised to minus 1 is nothing but inverse of a given element. Is there any doubt how inverses can be calculated? For addition and multiplication, it is simple. Okay. Now, I want you to write down this thing. Write it fast and then we'll go to next part. Done. Okay. Just a second. I'm typing examples for you. for practice. Okay, I'll share another document with you. Okay, start solving this. Okay, solve these two examples and then we will discuss them. Okay, are they visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Done? Are you able to solve them? Can we discuss first question? Discuss second in the next lecture. It's almost 10:53. Okay. LCM of 4, 6. Okay, 4 into 6. This star is used to represent the operation LCM, least common multiple. Okay. So it is not like that. It is multiplication. So any symbol like multiplication, small triangle, small square, small rectangle can be used to represent this operation, and that operation is explained in detail in the problem statement. Okay, so just to replace this LCM, this star is used over here. So what is the LCM of 4, 6?
12.
3, 5,
15.
9, 18,
18.
1, 6.
6.
Is it commutative?
Yes.
Yes. So LCM of 4, 6 and LCM of 6, 4 is same. Okay, so it is commutative. What is the identity element of this operation? Hmm? Can I say 1 is the identity element?
Yes.
Yes, because if you take LCM of any number and 1, then you will get that number as an result. Okay, so if you take 1 into 4, 1 or 4 ka LCM, you will get 4. Okay, which elements of n, if any, have inverses and what are they? Do you have any elements? Did you get any element which has inverse in n, capital N, with this operation? Is there any element? Can I say 1 is the element? Yes, correct.
1.
1 is the element and 1 is the inverse of itself. Okay, 1 comma 1 will give you 1. So 1 is inverse of itself. Okay. And this question, next question, is homework for you. Try to solve it at home, and we'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay. Now I'll share attendance with you all. Have you written this question?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll share attendance with you all. Okay, is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Mark your attendance. Mark your attendance and you may leave. Okay, do not accept the invitation. You just join the what we say meeting. Just clicking on the link, because then if you accept it, I get those many individual mails.